My name is Scott Hamlin. I run a business called Scotian Ironworks in New Ross, Nova Scotia. Been in blacksmith now for 25 years. And actually I learned with Vernon Walters.
There you go.
The shop I spent. Vernon was kind enough to give me a second forge, and during my training I went down there and I trained with Vernon when I wasn't with someone else. And I found Vernon a very hard guy to learn from. He'd watch you work, and then you made a mistake, he'd come over and take a piece out of you. So he was always kind of worried about what you're doing wrong. But anyways, he's very kind to me and let me, train there anyways. I've been doing mostly ornamental ironwork ever since. And to me, there's a beauty and a longevity to decorative ironwork that you can't find or match anywhere else. And this particular project came to me about 2 weeks ago. Barry Anthony, Barry over there, one who lets me do it today. He's right there, that's Barry there with his hand on his chin there. And Barry came to me and said that he has this jack post in his basement that goes on top of his bar. And he has to have it so that it expands to take the support of his beam on top. He's got marks on the poster where actually it's supposed to be when it's done. And so the idea, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a collar on top and a collar on bottom. I'm going to have the collars so that they're flanged, so that they come out and around. So it looks decorative. And then I'll do a weld. I'll weld it up and I'll clean it off so it looks like it's all one piece. But Barry went to China, and he took a liking to the Chinese dragons. So he wanted a dragon, and we talked about, well, maybe one dragon on it to cover the whole length, but didn't know how we were going to expand it. And so we came down with the idea of 2 dragons. So I felt that, that's not going to stay there. I felt that since today I was coming here to do a demo, I should maybe demonstrate the making of a dragon head. And so last night when I got home from the city, yesterday, I went last night to the shop, and I knew I had some 1.25" square bar there because I thought that the size of the dragon would probably lend itself to an 1.25" metal. And so I made up a dragon head. And I hope I don't insult anybody's intelligence by doing this today, because it's not a really in-depth project, but it shows you a lot of techniques. And I like that mouth. That mouth is actually added onto the dragon. And actually, John mentioned it last time we were at Becky's place. The name Mitch Fitzgibbon. He had an article in the Ambrose Ring, which I used to receive when I was just starting out. I used to receive that magazine for a couple of years running, and it showed how that this is an insert into a split of the metal. And I did it on outside of the doorway. When you come into the shop here, I have 2 lines with swords, and their mouths are done the same way. You take a piece of metal and you drill it, a place for the teeth and a place for the tongue, and then you weld them together and you shove it in there and you weld it in. And then I thought that makes a real nice looking mouth. And when Barry gave me a whole bunch of different dragon heads, the one that caught my eye the best, because to me it looked like a Chinese dragon in my mind, was this shape here with the raised nose, and then it has the forehead back here. So last night when I went to the forge to try to figure out how to get that bend right there, that spot right there with the eye, let's call it a brow. With the brow, I ended up figuring out that this shape right here on the anvil would be a great place to get that brow. So what we'll do, how I started last night, is I started up by onsetting the metal, and I think I might do that today. Even though I don't think it made a difference in how the thing looked. But if I don't do the same mistake twice in a row, I won't be happy.
That would well. I know that feeling.
Anyways, that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to start by onsetting this metal. I'm going to thicken it up, and then I'm going to take the metal again with the heat following that, and maybe I'll get some of these strong guys down here. But we'll hammer this. We'll get that shape in the brow by putting this metal here and hammering down on it, so we can get that little lip little lip will give me my eyebrow, or my brow, my head. So, let's get started.
What do you think of breaking here like coffee cup here?
Yes.
On YouTube? That's right.
And it's actually 2 pots long. I have a little ridge in the middle, and I have controls on each side of the forge for each pot on that side. So if I have a student or I have someone working with me that day, they can have their own fire, or, which is what happens most of the time, if I need a longer heat for this, I do a lot of form work. If I have to make the same shape 25 times, I'm not going to hammer it out. I'm going to form it out. I'm going to make a jig, and I'm going to bend my metal around that jig so I have the same shape 25 times. A lot easier than I would pounding it out. Got my own tongs because that's what I used last night. I will add that it's quite an honor to work in this shop. I was here when your father was alive, yeah, a long time ago, and the Frasers on the South Shore are renowned building. Long, long history. Frasers and Langels. Frasers and Langels, yeah. Building. Yeah. I burnt myself last week. The wound is still wet, so I want to dry it. I just want to be careful with it because it rubs against my apron and I don't want to get it irritated and infected, so I cover it up just, well, until it dries. Once it dries, it's alright, but I don't like messing around with wounds too much. I mean, if I had anywhere else in my body, I'd let the air have it, but here, if I get irritated, I'll have it infected. That's the last thing I want. And that was stupidity. That was a stupid move. I had it here in a vise, and I took something up here on the ceiling, and I let my arm down, and just bang, it was just like that. But I remember it for a while, that's for sure. So my first job is I want to just swell this metal up a little bit on the end, so I have some metal to work with. And that swelling on the end may actually help me with this. I like that shape there with the nose, how the nose comes up like that, and that gives me a place to shut the nostrils into it as well. So I think the onsetting may help me do that. Inch and a quarter metal is quite a big chunk there to heat up. This is good cold, by the way. I might need you this time. Yeah, I might need you right now. We'll do it. Last night I didn't have a striker, so this could be, I just, a little lazy this morning. Last night, this is how I did it last night. I did, what's that? Good one, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, shit. to it. Okay, so next time what we're going to do next time is we're going to put this piece, we'll lay this down here somehow, probably like this. And we're going to hammer this part down into that crevice. So we'll have the eyebrow or the bow of the head there. That'll give us that. One of the problems I have with the business of blacksmithing is that I tend to go for down payment money. And like if I draw something up, I'll judge it at being X amount of days, and with that gives me so much money. So what I do is you being the client, I'll say to you so much money, and if you say, well, that's acceptable, and I want 40%. Make that a job, I want 40% of my money in my hand before I start it. That's a great thing if you bid the job right. If you bid the job wrong, well, you're still stuck with that money, because that's the money you have to work with. So this job with the German sign holder, man, that's an exercise in learning, let's put it that way, because it didn't work out the way I thought it was going to work out, but I won't allow myself to give them something that I'm not happy with. So you got to have that drive in you anyways, and you got to make the customer has to be happy within reason, okay? You know, within reason. But you do everything you can to make them happy, and as good as your drawing is, and you're see, I'm lucky because I blacksmith better than I draw. So if I get the job to look better than the picture, then I'm all set. Vernon Walters had him off. Yeah, I remember Vernon's off. We want to hit back in here, right? Yeah. I don't know how it's going to work. Remember a story, John Mills told me a story one time about meeting Jack Morley. Jack Morley and New Ross was the bell maker in New Ross, eh? And Jack kind of a funny guy, but John was just starting out at the time, and he went to see Jack about maybe learning a little bit of things from Jack, and he went in the shop, and Jack was sitting in the corner looking out the window. And John gave a spiel about how he's just starting out and wanted to learn, you know, and agreed if he could show him something, and Jack looked at him and said, I'm busy. He said, I'm busy. So John had to leave. He's there sitting looking out the window. Yeah, I'll never forget that story. Okay, I'm getting out of here. force a habit I have. I know it's a bad habit, but
Push down. That one is open up. That one is open up. You got enough there now.
Never done. Like never.
That's it. Good.
Wednesday.
okay, we'll go back in. I got the project again.
It's not that good.
I got that all.
Now, I'm putting my green coal around the edge of my fire, saving it from taking away my heat. Trying to do that.
You could have said if you wanted to, there's a bunch of coke in it.
Okay, yeah, put that on top of the blaze, I suppose. That would help me out a little bit. Then put the coal that had been burned off. It's pretty light. It's called coke. And I put that right on top of the fire and not lose my heat. Carmen, his father made bells, and they used that coke for making bells, don't they? For the heat of the clay. Yeah. Okay, so. Put back in that fire. I would say, Becky, at your hammering you had, I saw some beautiful ironwork. That was Barbara Smeltzer had that piece there.
Oh yeah, she had
Fantastic piece of work.
Her show this summer, yeah.
Yeah, and previous to that, a week or two before that, I was up and saw Reuben Arns, and he had a piece of work that he was working with. And Reuben is really good at making bowls or flat pieces of steel. And he had, it wasn't done. You can see a drawing on the table and some of it there, but he had a sailboat. And Reuben has a real nice way of doing intricate weaving with his metal, and that was done on the bottom of the boat. But the sails were made, and they were really well done. I mean, it's so impressive in this group that we have. I mean, we're not great numbers, but what we have with people is real nice, talented artists involved with this group. Some time to heat up now. It's kind of cold, but. So I'm working that now. I'm going to thin that nose down this heat, and I think the next heat after that is what I'll do. I did it last night, and I found last night that when I had it split last night before I put the nose holes in, and I think this time around I think I'll put the nose holes in before I split it. Not quite totally sure, but I think by putting those nose holes in afterwards, that's what gave me that little lip on top there, like more so than I would have had before. So maybe I'll have to do it the same way this time. I thought last night when I was hammering those nose holes in that the piece was moving, but maybe it was moving this piece of metal back, which I wanted to do. So, anyways, I'm arguing with myself, that's all. I do that all the time. I talk to myself all the time when I'm blacksmithing. Call it a dance. Yeah.
That's the coke. Scott, that's all.
Say what?
That's all that coke in the fire that gets you talking to yourself.
Well, yeah, you have to do that. Like, if you're going to work on a job and you get your mind set on how it's going to work, sometimes you have to let go of that thought and work with what the metal's giving you. I find that, especially when you don't know what the hell you're doing. I find that by opening yourself up to not having a mindset
like how to do it, then you can let it develop as it should. Like maybe that's too artsy-fartsy for some people, but I think that's what art's all about, is just letting it determine what it wants to be. But you have to control that somewhat with your skill. But I know I've done pieces before that I thought were inspired by God. No, seriously, because I didn't know what I was doing. And I was following these pictures in my mind. It was like following cartoons. We can all read a cartoon, eh? We can all read a cartoon. And that's what's happening in my mind. This whole thing about making this face of Jesus Christ, I saw shapes the whole way through. And when I got done in 3 hours' time, I had it. And it was better than I could have did. So that's why I think that there's a connection between us as blacksmiths and artists and whoever God is to you, whoever God is to you. You know? That's the connection right there. We're his tools, his vessels.
So that's the Sunday sermon then, is it?
I was just trying to imagine your God.
Yeah.
See your Facebook page.
Yeah. I don't even want to go there.
Yeah. Taking the round this nose off a little bit now. Get this sharp edges off. And notice my hammer is falling in here in this crack, and that's going to help my nose too. So. Started Lent this year. I started walking my dog around the lake. The lake's 5 kilometers right around that lake by my house. It joins into Highway 12 and branches off the Lake Lawson Road and hooks onto the road to Windsor. And it's 5 kilometers exactly around it. I started walking the dog. My God, you know, there's muscles in your legs and you don't use them. You start walking like full-time walking, and they're right up underneath your ass, and they ever get sores. Yeah, and I worked through that pain, and after a while I decided, well, my cousin Robin, she runs marathons, and she's a older person than I am, and I asked her, I said, Robin, Connie's, Robin runs too, but Connie's my cousin, his wife. I said, Connie, I said, how'd you start running? She said, well, I used to walk. She said, I got tired of walking. Walking was pretty boring, so I used to run a post and I'd walk a post. I'd run a post and I'd walk a post. And after a while I got running all the time. So I started doing that. And that was, I started in probably late in February walking the dog. And just last week I ran around that lake without stopping. The dog and I, yeah, the dog and I ran around that lake last week without stopping. I'm quite proud of myself because it's 49 years old, I've never ran. I used to do a little bit of running when I played hockey. I get in shape, but I never ran for the sake of running. And I'm doing 5Ks now, and I haven't lost any weight though. What's up with that? What's up with that? Right here. Very careful where I put my hammer now. I'm trying to get on the inside of that nose area. Try not to make any cold shots or, well, I'll do some on it. I'm trying to be as smooth as I can. I have a kind of a limit to my smoothness though. You have to explain it. Sounds predatory, isn't it? Yeah. slice it anyways.
Oh, Jesus, you got to see that. It is funny. Oh, but like I say, if it goes down, you'll be hurting. You'll hurt. Yeah. Oh, what a, yeah, that was awesome.
I got into wearing a kilt when I worked at the Hector Quay in Pictou, Nova Scotia.
Yeah, I've seen one.
And when I adopted the name of Scotia Ironworks, I started wearing a kilt when I sold my gear.
Yeah.
Sold my stuff. But
Weren't you always a cross-dresser?
I actually like it, you know.
Yeah.
I like the kilt.
Never mind. Well, I'll edit that out.
It is a marketing ploy too, okay? It's
Yeah.
a marketing ploy because you don't remember your name, remember how handsome you look in your kilt.
Ah.
I just think, yeah, in the summertime, put a little fan in your sporn and just you can blow a breeze down the kilt then.
Okay.
You leave his sporn alone.
Put a hand crank.
You might start enjoying too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've always enjoyed wearing the kilt, and I think marketing is a game, anyways. It's like
Yeah, but milk is to the point.
it's all, I always figure that with marketing, it's nice to be able to stand level with the person you're dealing with, not below them, not above them, but at their level.
The only thing I remember is when the first couple of years when we were first getting together, there was downtown Halifax, I was at NSCAD or one of the places that had the art demonstrations. Everybody's having a talk. There was John, and then there was you, or you're in the front row. And it was funny because every time you're wearing a kilt, every time you crossed your leg, all of a sudden the guys would be looking like that. It's like, I saw a flash of leg, look over there. And you just see all the guys just look up again.
That's the girls.
Yeah, that was distracting.
Yeah.
I was standing out in front of the room talking. Yeah, like every time I'd see this flash of leg, it was like, oh, good, just stop.
Ah, it's a hairy leg.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
We've had some great times in this organization, you know. I don't think we'll have a better time than the Canard, though.
Oh, yeah.
Man, Canard was fun. I had never had a better time in all my life, all my days. I had a better time in Canard. It was so
Sleeping
much
through the
fun.
gale.
Huh?
Sleeping through the gale.
Ned tried to wake me up in the storm.
Well, you finally got up and went to sleep in the truck there.
Yeah.
But I was tying down the tent so it wasn't going to be blown away.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just.
Ned thought it was dead. He tried to get me up. I haven't seen Ned in a while. Have you seen Ned?
Yeah, I saw him a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I was hoping to come down today, but he couldn't get to your place because he had to drive. He had a cousin in town. He had to take him to the airport or something. And I was over to his place there a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, he's getting. He can do work there. Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he had anything on the go right at the moment. He was working for some guy, heavy equipment operators, a welder, mostly, and doing welding for them. Driving the cab a bit. And,
You guys ticket this?
So he can finally show off all the tools that he's been collecting.
well, I got the power hammer tour. I think he's got 5 or 6 power hammers now.
What? You guys?
Yeah.
At his shop?
Yeah. They're all there.
Karaoke tape.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I was in. I got that. What do you do?
Yeah.
I thought as soon as it went in,
He yeah. I don't know. He doesn't even know why. He can't not buy a tool the way he sees it. He probably would. He's got a couple of years. He's in just outside Halifax in Harry.
it's like we're talking about a pickup truck.
Okay.
eyes.
Yeah.
And he grabbed the hand, 30-foot container, 4 screws. He had that. He got a vent just over to him. That's it.
Let's get over there.
Thank you.
Carmen, what time is lunch break?
Okay, so
Oh,
then
sorry.
when do you want to break for lunch?
Let's do this. Let me get the eyes in this.
Okay.
See, I'll probably give you a half hour.
Half hour.
Half hour, good, okay.
Thank you.
10 to 15 minutes.
Then what? I'll get the eyes into it, and then I'll put the mouth into it. Keeping the mouth after dinner.
Okay.
Yeah. And then hopefully that won't take too long, and you guys can get the portable cords going, play around. I'll be able to drink some beer.
Rick.
Now I need one more heat there, and I might take it on my own this time, Carmen.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now we're just doing this piece here up. We want to get that head formed, and then it's just a matter of punching the eyes in, then we'll break for dinner. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, so we're
Yeah, I noticed last night when I was doing this project that as far as thinking those eyes go, I told you before I had tools bent and I'll see how it's bent. if I roll it, hit it and roll it, it actually works satisfactory. So I don't know why I don't fix that tool, but I just don't want to screw it up. So what I'm going to do is keep more heat on the neck because I want the neck a bit thinner than I want it that size. It's not that size yet. So and I think I can do it right now. The control is better if I do it myself. So let's see what heat here. I'm a little shy on my hair. I'm going to get cleaner in the fire again.
Yeah.
that could be what it is. When it was working, they were bringing Philadelphia coal into Porcupine.
You know something? I did this with your camera last night. That's what I did. Yeah, I took your camera last night.
Did you want me to
the people I do business with, but I mean, you have to take what you do.
Same thing.
Beans are waiting. When it comes to lunchtime, I got a wash stand set up there. There's a tap at the tree, puts out water. But there's wash basin, soap, towel, and everything hanging on the tree.
Saves me asking where you get water for your bucket. Just tap on the tree. This squirrel's going crazy.
Laid down.
John must have seen that hammer. That used to be the hammer was Melly Frazier's shop in Halifax.
Oh, okay.
John,
I didn't remember that he mentioned it. So you probably had it working then.
oh, it was working in there, yeah.
Is it just bolted right into the concrete?
Here? No, it's not. It's just set. That's got. I got a big piece of hardwood.
Oh, good.
So there, it's going to set it up and then get.
Yeah, I like that. I have one like that at home. Sorry. You guys, yes, I know I do.
Yeah, I was wondering how it was being held down. I guess that's what we build a...
It's only got 4. One there, one there. So it's only 4 holes. But I got a big slab of hardwood. Set that with a good set that up in a shack.
You said you had some bells upstairs?
No. Oh, bellows. Bellows. Bellows is upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
It was my great-great-grandfather's.
Okay, now into the eyes. The easier will. I'll get you to strike with me too.
Yes? Yeah.
Yeah. This tool I'm going to use now, all I did was I took a punch and I how did I do that? I took a punch and I just took smaller punches and I just punched it out, reamed it out, reamed it out, reamed it out. And by and by, I must not have had it tempered quite right because it kind of twisted on a little bit, but it works well anyway, that's all I know. I did it for making eyes on salamanders. You gotta learn to make your own tools in this game. It may not be right the first time, you may have to do some more tempering, and tempering's a whole science unto itself anyways, but the thing about it is you can't be scared to fail. That's it. You can't be scared to have to do it again. Failure is never an option, but use it as a learning experience. I'm going to get you a well from this afternoon, JT. What size rods you got here?
1/8. What's in that box right there?
6 11?
Yeah, let's just do that.
What day is the 13th? Okay, that's just a small metal, right? You know how to know. Well, then, I'm gonna put insert the mount into it, I get your welder on the 8th. Put that there, so that was big for me.
Ready?
Yeah, pretty well. Pretty well. I know all of the rules on that. Right, that's it. Look at it.
Okay, yeah, that sounds explained. Just tell me how hard you want it.
That's the top.
Right there. No. You better take it. Oh, are you on your time?
Sorry.
It's all right. Better cool that off because she's swearing.
It's good.
Oh, well, great.
Yeah, well, it works well. I know it has its issues, but so do I. So do I. Okay, this will be it before dinner. Then after dinner, I'll take a little bit of time and I'll do up that mouth, and I'll insert that mouth, and my good friend JP here will weld it up.
That'd be you, JP.
Huh? No problem, huh? Yeah, thank you.
I think I sold 3 of those in the last 3 or 4 years. These ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You pick them up at yard sales for like $50, right? Sell them for $150.
That's a good machine, brother.
Yeah.
We'll just keep it
Wired hooked up to a windy power source when I worked at RKO.
Yeah, they're awesome.
The only bucket machine I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could throw any kind of wire on that machine,
Yeah.
walk over, set it.
Yeah. Awesome.
You could fine tune the quick too.
Yeah.
Hard wire,
Yeah.
plus you had a switch for high and low.
Yeah.
So if you knock your back to the low setting with hard wire,
Yeah.
perfect. If you had it on
Is
the
that
high
right?
setting, it was like too much power.
Blew the guts right out of your
Yeah,
stuff.
you lost that.
Yeah. I picked up a yard sale welder there last week. A Miller DM300P. You know what they are?
No.
It's an old AC/DC stick welder.
Yeah.
Stands about this high. About 18 inches wide and about 4 feet to the back. What a fucking monster. Yeah.
Fire right, right.
Work?
Yeah. Fuck, works like slick. You know where it was? T&G. Guys retiring and selling all his gear. I was driving by and it said yard sale, right? So I went in and he had 500 tagged on it. And I offered him 3. And he said, well,
And they had a real stand.
I'd like 4. I said, well, I'd be happier at 3.
So you can check it
All
out.
right. But if you give me the cash. So I said, fucking rich. Because I was using that little 140. Did you see the video I put on fixing that amble?
No.
You should check that out.
stuff.
And
Scott, let's see what you're starting with
that's the way you'd be
there for
able
your
to do
tongue.
Well,
Let me.
No, I better take it off the duration.
Okay, we're ready.
we're going to start now, and I'll shut this off first. But my job,
On
my
your
project
finger,
now
you adjust your brush
is
size,
to
but then I need to style it. But it's like, I just downloaded it this morning. It's like, oh, pretty neat.
I'm going to fit. See that angle there?
Yeah.
Right here. I'm going to try to fit this into that. And when I fit this piece of metal into that, then I'll put the teeth into it, and I'll gouge out a hole in the back of it, right there in the crest of it there, and that's where I'll insert my tongue. And all the welding that you'll see will be done on the side that you don't see, so that there'll be no welds evident in the mouth of the job. So it's just a way of hiding your technique, but I think it looks pretty sharp, and I find it looks kind of interesting anyway. So I'm going to make this, hopefully make this to match that, and then put the teeth in and the tongue in and have it welded, and Bob's your uncle, eh? So that's it. So I'm going to put this in the fire right now and get kind of heated in the center. Put on my heat. I think today I'll be able to fit that a lot better than I did last night. I think last night when I did that welding part, I had a few gaps I filled in.
Yeah.
But today I'll do a better job because people are watching me today.
Ah.
People were watching me last night.
You got a welder here.
I'm the other way around.
Huh?
I'm the other way around. I can do better when I'm all alone. When somebody's watching me, that's when
You get nervous.
The only thing I can demonstrate is how to make mistakes. Yeah.
So we hope to get this, the first night of it, we can get that in the center. As we bring it around, we'll try to make adjustments to it.
You know, this is, you don't follow that, don't do that, don't do that. Now she knows what you're doing. Yeah.
Then we'll do the tongue up. It's got a guessing where center is. I have a marker.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
I thought you center punched it.
Yeah, center punched the mark, yeah. What I try to do is increase the bottom first. And then I try to mess around with this to get it out where it should be. See, that's pretty crooked there now, but I think I'll get that all right. I think if you look at this, you realize that. Look at that, you realize that this side's pretty straight, this side's got kind of a curve to it, so, you know, I should take the time and make that a bit straighter, but, I don't know, warts and all. Okay, so I'm gonna...
Nope, can't stay ahead. What before was he? Is he still with Normonto or?
No, he's originally from PTI and then he retired.
Oh, okay.
He's 70.
70 from? Oh, okay.
Anyway, so I get your information from your website. Oh, yeah. Information from Scott's website. And I want this book. Yeah. And so I can book a car.
Got an issue with that.
Can't have any issues.
Well, I got the curve on the bottom is too much.
Well, did you want to use Hardy there to just drop down over that to open it up a little bit?
Pretzel, you mean?
The bridge.
Oh, no. Do you have a pretzel?
Pritchel.
Pritchel.
Oh, Pritchel.
That's why I call it Pritchel. Pritchel.
Well, are you looking for any
animals?
You mean the Hardy?
No, mini animals.
A Pritchel is a bunch, isn't it?
No, I'm sorry, but when I look at it, I got a little mini animal that fits in a hole like that.
Oh, yes, no, I don't.
Okay,
So all I got is this here. But I was thinking just
I'll
trying to
make
figure out
that
what's
big a
going
deal.
there. And anyway, oops, sorry.
No, go for
Guys.
it.
You just need a little bit less roundness in that. Maybe what I could do is put it in there.
Squeeze it in your voice, eh?
There we go. From the smoke.
Did you get a good picture of that underwriter approved pipe hanging up?
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, that's perfect. Well, properly vented into the second chimney hole there. Yeah. Looks like it's been there a while. Maybe they give you the grandfather clause.
Or else you just don't insure it.
One or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You lose it? We'll be back after Scott finds his piece of iron.
So like, if I need is, I got my hot tube, I can do my hot tube. I use it constantly. My hot tube. That'll work. Works perfectly.
Holy moly.
Okay, so the round part goes here and the straight part goes to the other side. I should be able to lay it in there and put my hot tube on it and tap it down right in place. That's what I think I should be able to do.
Sounds good.
And I should be able
And
to
then
cool
what do
it
you do?
off.
Tack the edges?
No, then I would cool it off and put the teeth into it.
Oh, okay.
And I put the tongue into it and start it back in and weld it up.
Alright.
It's easy peasy, you know, it's just a matter of looking professional when you do it. Indeed. Okay, so should have my hammer's ready. Hammer's ready. Hammer's ready. Okay, so notice how that goes. This here. This on top of it. Like that. Fine, shouldn't it? Now, JP.
It's not often you don't do timber work on a
JP, you want to come and do some welding?
It's not often you get to do
Don't film that part. What? No. Edit that. Yeah. Shut that out. We gotta come back actually.
Just gonna straighten this piece up and then I'll put it down in. I ain't gonna spend too much time with it. The job's almost done. It's one of those things that you gotta take a look at. Right. Too fast with it.
that'll light up good, no
Yep.
flux there for the first quarter.
Oh yeah.
I might actually.
That's the tricky one.
What?
That's the tricky one.
The next one.
She falls straight through.
Oh, okay. Go right through?
That one.
There you go. Plan B. Thing of beauty.
A little dab will do you.
Oh, it needs 4 teeth, does it?
You want the 4 teeth in there, right, Scott?
What?
You want the 4 teeth in there, right?
You do.
Yeah.
Getting hot. The weeds.
The tongue that Mr. Anthony gave me to follow was kind of a rounded thing. You know, just taper it down and I'll end up use this, that grinder to grind center out of that tongue, shove it in the wall from behind.
It was one of the old-fashioned jobs.
Yeah. I like using them because I stick so much that it's easy to get to. You just whip it off and then break your rod off. Now, where's your other tooth? Ah. Look at that. Just like in the movies, right?
There we have it, old buddy.
Yeah, well, okay, well, here's the idea for you.
There's one scary looking set of teeth. false teeth extraordinaire.
I'm going to heat this up and get it down a little bit. I'm going to take that there, I'm going to grind the center of it out with the edge like this, I think.
Take a little while, yes.
Well, it slips in the hole and you go from behind. And then your job is to fill it in with the rest of the face.
Yeah.
It's almost done here. Just wrapping it up. Kind of taper it down so it fits that little slot in the back. Maybe yes. All I need right there. I'm gonna have to adjust that a little bit.
I remember Scott and I discussed that or no, I don't think I knew about I actually had the pictures
Oh, yeah.
A little bit, just a little hook on those teeth, just a little tiny bit of hook on the teeth.
What was her name?
I'm going to take my piece of soapstone out of there in case it ends up being a piece of powder.
Yeah. Kind of rare around here right now.
Yeah, my stone. I brought that stone.
Oh, is that yours?
No, don't worry about it, I got it from home.
No, 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 I thought it was mine. No, well then, there, I was scared you were gonna hit it and smash it. There it is right there.
Thanks for later.
That's good. Glad you did, Mike. Precious little item, that thing.
Well, I can't do that. How am I gonna do that, right?
Hey?
What's the matter with it? I'm trying to get that curve a little bit, but I don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
There's a little tiny hammer over there, Scott. Right over by the welder. You might be able to get in with that. JP will get it for you. There, look.
Oh, yeah.
Needle nose pliers, Scott. You'll get needle nose in there, just twist a little bit.
Oh, I got a pair in the box out there. Just remember. You got it with that?
Exactly.
I think I do.
Yes, sir.
Remember, this flips on.
Yeah, just flip it. That's it. That's all I have you fighting if you want to use the smaller one. Gordon, what you want to do?
Lots of work.
Work, okay.
Don't try this at home.
I don't see a hole there yet. Jeez. All I need now is punch. It's all right. Time's up now.
Preparations for their account.
Pretty good.
Like two different roads there.
Yeah, well, it's like, it's actually working.
Yeah.
It's like an extra sketch for me, you know.
For the ground, right?
Yeah. So it's like
Here.
It's just something to get used to. It's like I've sat it for a week and it's like, oh, what can you do? And then the end of say, well, yeah, they got the starseed, the bird,
What's too bad Stay right there. Anyway, I tried to pick all the square stuff. And trying to make a ball. They're trying to make an eight. So I'm hammering and playing with the hammer. And I'll tell you this first, there was no more than 3 games. So that's probably what that played up there. That. And after breakfast, this was right off camera. I saw the dogs, yeah.
Well, this one is only got the one camera, 20 out. So I don't think I've tried that. One of those so I've already found a couple of try it out. It works fine. If not, I'll go Saturday. Bought it all kinds of problems. Little do you know. I don't think they live right in the little place there. But yeah,
You're welcome.
We used to have this.
slow fast. Fast, bridge one. That's so big. Maybe the one better.
I'll tell you what I gotta do. Up in the woods, they old sawmill.
Oh, yeah. It's like when I put this in. Was it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're back in the back here?
Yeah, these take off.
Yeah.
What's that?
Go see,
Oh, yeah. I got rolls of it. I got rolls of
Fire-breathing dragon, that was. Fire-breathing dragon.
Well, I gotta get in. For me to get into shop, I just said, through everything. The guy had built that thing.
Oh, you better hold it up there a second there, JB.
So
that's
everything's
basically just one task on there. If you wanted to,
under all of that.
you know what I mean, build it up a little more, you could run another pass over the top, grind it up, it all depends on what. I can do that. I can do that, thank you very much.
Well, that's the thing, that's why.
Yeah, give it some gums now, eh?
Well, that could be, yeah, kind of look
It's
at
all
it.
junk. Why do you need to go through that? You know, right under that one piece of iron and oh.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott.
Is that right?
Finest kind.
Is that land?
Handheld grinder.
Yeah.
I've got a rocket record grinder that's about 1920 vintage.
Yeah.
Works perfect.
Ta-da! There it is, guys.
Hey! You've done it. Well, congratulations. Way to go. You did it. Now, that's good enough for your customer there?
Well,
Polish it up?
I'll take the blending wheel, or like
Yes.
carburetor wheels, whatever, and I'll clean it up. I'll round it off here with it. And I might round off the nose with it, but
That's it.
that's the start of this.
Let's see the comparison.
That's the start of it.
Well, there you go. Excellent. Oh yeah, you got to put a little curl on your lower tongue.
Well, I probably won't do that. It's
No?
a bit different. I don't.
You don't want them identical, eh?
No, no.
You're not going to put it. Do they have split tongues?
They could have.
Hold them up facing each other, Scott. There you go, look at that. Killer dragons, yeah.
There you go, killer dragons.
Thing of beauty.
You know what? I'm set.
Say goodbye, Scott.
I should be saying
Say what?
pictures here.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, there'll be plenty available.